You ready to let the games begin? Oh, baby, cause I'm ready. When Mark gets set, here we go. Check it. Girl, I want you to stay so we can play this little game we play. You go hide and I will sleep. Let me be the one to make you leave. Yeah, baby.
Boy, I really wanna stay and play that little game you play. But you...
Hello, Virgo. This is Tarot Queen Jamila here to do your May, June love forecast. So thank you so much for clicking on the video. If you guys are in need of private readings or other spiritual services, the link to my website is below. And let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to use the Dark Fairy Tale Tarot deck for this reading. I hope that you like it. And yeah, if this reading doesn't resonate for you, go look at your rising sign. Okay. All right. So I'm going to call to the spirit guides for the Virgos. What messages do you have for Virgos in love for May 2018 and June 2018? What are the energies that Virgo and Virgo lover is going to take into May? Okay, what are you seeing happening during the month of May between Virgo and their lover? And what are the energies that they're going to take into June, and what is happening during June, and then final outcome for June. Okay, for the Virgo lovers. All right. Okay. Going into the month of May, Virgo, you got the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups represents, you know, feeling really, feel like going towards the full moon, which is going to be on the 29th. And then we're actually going to be getting past Mercury retrograde period as well in May. I feel like the Ten of Cups represents, you know, feeling very, very happy, feeling very safe, feeling very protected and secure in the relationship. Being at a happy place. You've got the Star card, the Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands, and then the Three of Swords. So feel as though looking at the first half of May, things are going to be going pretty well. There's a message that's coming in, some kind of messenger coming with some bad news. The Page of Wands comes up. So I feel like sometime in May, I feel like, you know, the Page of Wands could be your ex, Virgo. Let's find out who this is, Spirit. Give me some clarity on the Page of Wands. Yeah. This is an ex that doesn't want to let go. You can see clearly here that a lot of you Virgos are you're either with water signs, air signs, or fire signs right now. You've got this fire sign that they don't want to let go of the relationship because the World card comes up in the reverse position. They're not wanting to move on. But you can see right here that, you know, with your, you know, the relationship that you're dealing with, I can see you guys just really being in a really good state of bliss and happiness and contentment. And then the Knight of Wands represents passion. And I feel like whoever this Page of Wands is, this could be somebody that is, I feel like it's a jealous ex-lover. Spirit, give me some clarity on the Three of Swords. So going up around the end, okay, around the end of May, the Three of Swords comes up. So I feel like this is where this person is just throwing negative energy at you. I mean, they may not even need to call you. I feel like they possibly will call you though. or maybe get in touch with you. But yeah, they're definitely, with the Three of Swords coming up, they're definitely, so Virgos, I feel like if you feel any tension, any stress, it has something to do with your ex-lover. Okay, Spirit, give me some clarity on the Three of Swords. You can see that bad energy come in. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles, and it's in the reverse position. This is definitely somebody that you're juggling. This is an ex that you're juggling. I feel like you still have to deal with them because you may have a child with them or something like that. At any rate, the Magician takes you into the month of June. So I think it's interesting that the Magician comes in, because I feel like the Magician, because things do turn around. Like, you don't see that same issue. You got the King of Swords, the Empress, the Fool card, and the Two of Wands comes up. And then the Lovers. So we'll clarify the Lovers, but feel like this is where the Magician is, where you stop allowing other people to manipulate your relationship. So I feel like the Magician represents you taking control over your own situation, taking control over the relationship. Those of you that are dealing with a fire sign, though, you're having issues in that relationship. For the Virgos that are in relationships with fire signs, they're not really they're not really having the best time, and the reason why is because they're power hungry. They want to have that power over you. So Virgos, if you're dealing with a fire sign, you can tell that the fire, the power play comes into, the power trip comes into play with this fire sign. And so the Three of Swords comes up. So this is where it's some kind of mental confusion and just bad emotional energy, because, you know, they're sort of willing to argue about it. So I can sense you arguing with a fire sign, you know, especially if your lover is a fire sign. Okay, you can sense the arguments happening. Okay, and it could be if you have another sign, but I feel like whoever this is, they have to have control. So I feel like it's either coming from an outside influence in the relationship, or it could be you and your lover. Okay, now again, I feel as though going into June, things get a whole lot better. Things get a whole lot more stable. The Empress card comes up, and then the Fool card. So possibly about the first, second week of June, you guys sort of come back together. That's what the Fool card represents. Okay, now some of you Virgos that are single, you may reunite with an old flame from the past, just to let you guys know. I can see a lot of you Virgos that are single possibly reuniting with somebody. In particular, if you're single, and it could be an air sign or either an earth sign. Okay, it may even be a fire sign, because you've got you know, different cards coming up here. But the Fool card represents if you're in a relationship, I feel as though this is where you get your happiness back, where you kind of get that spark back, and you're just feeling really good, and you're feeling like you can trust each other, and the energies are flowing really good. And it's just universally, it just feels good to be in the relationship. And then with the Two of Wands, I feel like this is representing the partnership and the strength of the partnership. So I feel like the month of June is going to go extremely well for a lot of you Virgos. I feel like you are dealing with an issue. Now, the Lovers comes up. So we're going to clarify the Lovers, because I do feel like there is a major happening, like for you to get the Lovers. A lot of times the Lovers can represent some kind of change, maybe even some kind of decision that you might be making. Spirits, give me some clarity on the Lovers. Clarity on the Lovers. Okay, so the Queen of Cups comes up. And again, I feel as though possibly some of you Virgos might, at the end of June, there's a water sign coming in. Okay. Now, I will tell you that I'm feeling as though a lot of you Virgos are working on emotionally healing yourselves. So the Queen of Cups could represent some kind of emotional healing. What's after her? Oh, the King of Cups. So that's a pair. So definitely feel as though, you know, whether or not you're reuniting with somebody, Virgo, or if you're with the same person, feel as though the energies are going to really be flowing very well between the two of you. Um, so I don't see anybody splitting or anything like that. I just see, I don't see you losing anything. I see you gaining. Definitely a gain, especially with the Empress coming up right here. So there's like an abundance coming. Um, oh yeah, the King of Swords, he comes in and he's bringing in a certain amount of clarity. Certain amount of clarity. So I feel like he's sort of opening the road for a lot of you that are single. So you can see clearly here where there's this major shift in, it seems like it's a shift in your emotional energy. Okay. Okay, so all right, that's going to do it, Virgo. Thank you so much for watching. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you need a private reading, the link to my website is below. Thank you so much for watching. Blessed be.